Boys and girls, welcome back to the channel. Alright, so this is Raw Talk number 1. So, before we get into it, let me just quickly say something, yeah? This is my first video without like editing, like nothing, alright? This is straight raw. So if it's a bit off the rails, yeah, and a bit choppy and changey, you're gonna have to allow me. Alright, this is episode 1. Maybe by episode 100 I'll be a little bit more smooth sailing during the talk, but just allow me for this first episode, alright? Anyway, I'm not sure quite what I've called this whole series yet. I'm sure you can see from the title below. I'm thinking something like mind, body, and soul, like raw fucking talk. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, anyway, I feel like this is just a good thing for all of us. This is nice for me to get off my chest and sort of like, I don't know, it's just good to rehearse knowledge, do you know what I mean? And go through it and talk about it over and over again. Just solidifies information a little bit better. It's nice for you. Maybe you'll gain a little something out of it, a little bit of wisdom. And it's also going to be good for this YouTube channel, right? Because at the moment, I've got a full-time job. I'm trying to bang out as much content as I can, but it's all edited. Do you know what I mean? So it takes me a little while. But if I can bang out these fucking raw talks, then you'll be getting a lot more content. And it's just a good time, yeah, and a good situation. So, yeah, the pros are outweighing the cons. I'm not seeing any cons actually whatsoever. So, let's get into episode number 1, right? In this whole mind, body, soul conversation. Let's talk about why it's important before we kick off this whole series, all right? Now, hear me out. I believe you need all 3 in alignment in order to take off like a rocket, yeah? I'm not saying that you need all 3, okay? So hear me out. If you're solely working on your mind, you've got a fat belly and you're not really doing much for your soul, but you've been working on your mind, you've been reading a lot of books, you've been studying a lot, you listen to podcasts, you know what I mean? You're in the lab. I'm sure you could get somewhere, but your full potential, maybe not. Same thing for physique. Say there's nothing really up here, yeah? Just a walnut in there. The soul also hasn't been worked on much, but you are jacked. So essentially a meathead, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure you could get quite far, but can you max out your stats and like reach ultimate progression? Maybe not. Same thing for the soul. I think a good example would be like a hippie. Yeah, really skinny guys. You know, there's hippies aren't known for being incredibly intelligent, right? But their souls, man, it's like you can see a hippie and they're fucking vibrating. Yeah, you can almost see their aura. And they're just the chillest people. You know what I mean? I admire that about a hippie. I would never become one, but you can see that they've worked on their soul, man. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's quite intriguing, quite fascinating, and we should be taking some information off these hippies, yeah? So, what I'm trying to say is, if you and I can work on our mind, our body, and our soul together, intertwine, I believe that we could start fucking really do something substantial for our lives. I'm certain, yeah, if you're not happy where you are at the moment in your life, and you start working on your mind, your body, and your soul, not just one or two, boom, you're praying every day, and you're meditating, and you're doing your breath work, the soul's feeling good, all right? You're working on your mind, you're actually locking in, you're not chasing cheap dopamine, but you're reading and studying and understanding, right? And you are back in the gym, and you're swimming and you're running and you're getting jacked. Do you know what I mean? You're getting jacked. This. There's just no way you could lose. I just cannot see that that happening. It's like 1+1 = 2. Working on your mind, body, and soul and maxing the stats equals success, right? Success in health, success in freedom, success in wealth, success in love. Do you know what I mean? So, and success in your relationship with God, right? So that's it, man. That's what we're going to be talking about. Some days we might just talk solely about the mind. Some days solely about the body or soul, solely. How many times am I going to fucking say soul? But yeah, maybe a few more times because that's important. All right. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to this first raw talk. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I wasn't chatting absolute breeze. And yeah, stick around. Stay tuned. We're almost at 1,000 subscribers. That is sick. Yeah. I'm quite gassed. I know it might not seem like a lot to you, but to me, that is sick. All right. So I appreciate every single one of you. Yeah. I'll see you in the comments, especially in my shorts. And if you've been here for a while, let me know, man. Let me know. Yeah. Or follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. Yeah. Because I just appreciate you guys. Yeah. All right. One-to-one coaching available. Hit that link if you want to call me. Training plans, nutrition plans. I've got it all for you for free. So just let me know. Yeah. I'm here to help. And yeah. Stay healthy. Stay disciplined. Stay tuned. All right. And I'll see you in the next one for Raw Talk episode 2. Peace.